What a disaster. What a disaster. Welcome to the post-game show.
I have two words. I'm sick. I'm sick. No matter what you say to me, Kevin, that's going to be my line. I'm sick. I'm sick. You know what?
After 2 weeks to prepare, this is the offensive scheme you come up with?
Yeah. You know what, Kev? I have to go back to being me. I have to go back to being the Jet fan I've been for the last 47 years.
Of course.
I have to stop worrying about – I have to go back to being a wolf and not the sheep and fit in with what other Jet fans are saying. This team will always shit the bed.
Always.
Shit the bed, whatever word you want to use, when we're riding high on them. This team lets this fan base and me, you, and whoever down time and time again. I'm sick.
We knew it was coming. I said
I'm sick.
I said to you at one point, I said we're gonna lose this in a heartbreaker, and we're gonna get our kick to the balls. And sure enough,
I'm sick. And you know what? There are gonna be people out there who will tell you why Zach Wilson didn't blow this game. There are going to be people out there who are going to tell us that the O-line is shit. It was the same offensive line as last week. All right, Feeney was there, which I told you. Once I saw Feeney, I was like, this could be a long day.
No. It falls on this kid. He started the same crap. The whirly bird, panic. Let's run backwards. I mean, okay, 2 scrambles. Okay, he had 26 yards or whatever it was rushing. What are you doing? You're throwing it over people's heads. You have Conklin open, wide open for a first down. You threw it over his head. It almost got. You're lucky the guy dropped it and didn't pick it off.
Yeah. Well, there should have been 2 pickoffs. Lucky the ball is like a rock, like a brick, because it's so cold out. Yeah.
This ain't the guy. This ain't the guy. This kid ain't the guy.
You know what, Kevin? I'm starting to agree with you. Like I said, I have to be more me and less worrying about what Jet Nation thinks of my opinion. This kid was fucking horrible today. This kid couldn't shine Sanchez's shoes.
And he didn't even take ownership afterwards. He said, "Do you fit? I don't think we let the defense down at all." What are you, high? Are you high? You didn't let the defense. You're high. You're high on something.
You know what, Kev? I'm gonna be honest with you, brother.
How about you step up and be a man and be an NFL player and say, "No, this is on my shoulders. I suck."
You know what, Kevin? I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not watch a bit of post game. I did not look at any of my apps to see what other people were saying, what reporters were saying, because there's nothing you can do to put, what's the word, prettiness into a piece of shit art. There was nothing other than the defense. I'll take that back. The defense was lights out.
Lights out, man.
Lights out.
Lights out. You held them to 3 points.
Yeah.
In their building.
Yeah. And you know what I know, Kevin? I don't care what anyone says. Dinks and dunks and dunks and dinks. Mac Jones was playing in the same weather, in the same conditions, in the same field, and he went 23 for 27.
You got to have some kind of accuracy. Because this kid has none.
Yeah.
From dirt balls to overthrows to sometimes I don't know what the hell he's doing.
Yeah. And I heard people killing Mims on his first drop. He should have had that. All right, whatever. Kill Mims all you want. Zach, here's a stat for you guys, for everyone out there who may not know this, and I'm sure you do because you're all big Jet fans, maybe even bigger than I am. Zach had 9 completions.
For 20, 9 for 22 for 77 yards. I don't care what the play calling is. I don't care how many guys drop balls. 9 for 22 for 77 yards and a half or in the game. You suck.
Yeah. How about this one, Kev? I wasn't even going to go as far as you took it. My point was that he had 9 completions, we had 10 punts.
And the last one was terrific, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. And
Last one was terrific.
this is where you're going to find 24 hours from now, when people sleep on it or listen to what other reporters have to say, they're going to say, well, if special teams didn't have that guffaw, we could have had a shot in overtime. That's what you're going to hear people say. Mark my words, Kevin, and by Tuesday, it's going to fall on the special teams blowing this game and not Zach and the offense.
Yeah, forget the field goals that folk missed, and you really wouldn't have had a chance.
Yeah. No, I know. New England did everything we asked for. They couldn't touch the end zone. All right. Our defense made key sacks when they were supposed to. Okay. Folk missed 2 field goals. I almost felt like Folk was helping us. I almost like, when do you see Folk miss anything?
You're right. And it really bothers me that this kid don't take it on his shoulders.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't feel you let the defense down? You're on drugs.
Is that what he said? Like I said, Kevin,
yes.
Kevin, I had a couple of beers during the game. I was relaxing. I was watching the game. As bad as this offense was, even when we got the ball with the 2 minutes, I kind of kept thinking, I'm gonna believe, flip the script. This is a different team. It's not the same old Jets. We're going to have a great 2-minute drive. Everyone's going to be talking about us. Not your father's Jets, not your uncle's Jets, not mine and your Jets, the new Jets, the baby Jets. And we did the same thing over and over. We shit the bed.
And they asked Saleh in the postgame, did you see anything on offense that showed you a spark? No, he said
no.
Well, then why don't you do something?
Yeah, because
sit him down. Put White in at halftime.
But not only that, him and LaFleur are brothers. He's going down with LaFleur.
All you needed was a competent QB in this game, and you win.
Kevin, with the dinks and the dunks and the dunks and the dinks. If the quarterbacks were reversed today and Mac Jones was wearing green and white, do we win today?
Yeah. When you're the number 2 pick in the draft, you take a game like this and you go win it.
Yeah.
Your defense is playing like that.
Kevin,
but no, you do the complete opposite. And some of those sacks he took, are you even aware there's defensive linemen around you?
Yeah. And Kevin, again, I'm going to say this again. In 24 hours, everyone will blame this O-line.
Nope. This is all right. Everybody contributed. It was crap play calling by LaFleur. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, how many pitch outs you going to do? How many of these are you going to do?
But let me ask you something. Why was the running game directly up the middle every time? Up the middle, there was no trickery in that backfield.
Can you bounce it outside?
That's what I said to you at one point.
Right, and I said to you, find the biggest pile of people and just run right into them.
That's exactly what they were doing.
Yes,
like there was no. All right, you don't want to put it in Zach's hands, LaFleur. Then do something. Pitch out to Jared. Flip back to Braxton Berrios. Do something to put the Patriots back on their heels. You did nothing.
The Patriot D put it in Zach's hands. They made sure they did because Belichick knows, and they know, just like we are starting to know, this ain't the kid. This ain't the guy.
Well, forget that, Kevin. Belichick, we rip him and we hate him and we can't stomach here in New York, New Jersey, and all around Jet fans everywhere. But he does what he does. He said to his team for 2 weeks, they're a great running team. Mm-hmm. We're gonna stop what they do best and make the young kid
we're gonna stop what they do best because the QB doesn't scare me. That's
exactly. But this is why, even more reason why LaFleur should have had some type of trickery in that arsenal.
Can you adjust? Can you make any adjustments? You kept doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again.
Like when your defense on the road, and here's the other thing, Kevin, There went that. We lost a
What a
road
wa-
game now. We
what a
lost.
what a wasted effort by the defense. What a wasted effort.
Yeah.
You know.
At one point, Kev,
But according to the QB, they didn't let the defense down.
No. Yeah.
No.
I leaned over to we were watching the game, and I said to the people with me, I said, this reminds me of, and I know it's apples and oranges. This reminds me of DeGrom on the Mets, where he throws a 2-hitter and loses the game 1-0. We couldn't expect any more from him. If I told you on Saturday, Kevin, Jets are going to have 6 quarterback sacks, you'd be like, we got this. We got this.
Right. And you're going to hold them to 3 points on offense.
Yeah. And everyone sacked him. Everyone had a sack today.
But when your offense sucks more than theirs does.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I put it on the quarterback. When you're the second pick in the draft, you don't go 9 for 22 for 70 yards in any game.
No. Kevin, no offense should have 2 yards in 30 minutes of football.
That's pathetic. Me and you and a bunch of our friends could have gotten more than 2 yards.
Yeah. I mean, Zach Wilson, 6 feet closer, he could have fell down and got 2 yards.
Yeah, I could have fell forward and got 2 yards.
Which means, Kevin, every time we gained 6 or 7 yards, he got sacked and lost 7 or 8 yards. Think about it. Every time we had 2 steps forward, he took us 2 steps back, 3 steps back. I don't know anymore.
This kid has to be the most inaccurate QB I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Over people's heads, at their feet. Barrios over there on the swing screen, whatever it was, he's sitting there and he throws it over his head.
How do you overthrow a 6'4" receiver on a short little pattern? How do you overthrow?
Right? Mims and Conklin.
Yeah.
The one with Conklin really bothers me because you were driving.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
He was wide open. You threw it over his head. You're lucky the guy dropped it.
No, agree, Kevin. Agree. And what about this for a fucking kicker? I don't mean a kicker. I mean a kicker. We should have had 0 points. How the hell Zerline made that first field goal, got the penalty in this weather, and had to kick it from 5 yards further, and actually kicked the second kick better than he kicked the first one?
And I mean, let's take it all the way back to the beginning of the game. The fumble that Sauce Gardner pops out of the receiver's hands.
Yep.
Takes it all the way down to the 1. That was absolutely a catch and a fumble.
Yep.
He took 2 steps. He made a football move, and he got the ball punched out.
Kevin, let's, you know what? We're always making excuses. This is what Jets do, was us Jets fans. We look for little excuses. But I'm going to give you something that I find comical. I want to if it wasn't that these conspiracies are starting to become true or look true, I know the outside football fan laughs their asses off at us. But I want to ask, and people in the comments, please let us know. I want to ask, how many football fans have been watching football for even more than 10 years and saw what Jet fans saw in 3 weeks, or 3 games over a 4-week period? And hear me out. 4 weeks ago, we're about to kick an onside kick, and the CBS cameras just happened to get in there and see it. Now, whether Belichick could translate that real quick and come up with some key play, I doubt it.
He took a timeout.
No, I understand, but I'm going to say I doubt it. But when have you seen that?
Never.
I'm watching football 47 years. Wait, it keeps going. Week 2. We're watching the Jets on an opening drive in the second half, looking good, key point in the game, and the fucking CBS wire breaks. This is twice now, CBS, okay? The wire mysteriously breaks, and we have a 12-minute delay. What happens with 3 plays later? Nothing. It takes another drive for us to score. Here we are against CBS. 3 games on 4 weeks. What happens? We're in a 10-minute delay because they're having technical difficulties.
Yeah.
When have you watched a football game in 47 years? Yes, technical difficulties happen. We see it once in a blue moon. But how many times have you seen this happen to one team in a 3-week stretch?
Never. Well, no, I just did. I just watched it.
It's not like it happened to the Jets 3 weeks ago, and then 2 weeks ago it happened to the Steelers. Maybe it doesn't. We just don't know because we don't watch all these games. But I've watched enough football. I've had DirecTV for 20 years. I watched enough games, and I don't remember watching a Steeler game. Say, oh, we gotta take a 12-minute delay here because the cable wire broke with the camera across. Again, I know I'm fishing, Kevin, but what else am I supposed to do? I'm just disgusted. I don't know. And yes, these are lame excuses I'm making. Let's get back to the game. Go ahead.
And I mean, when he kicked the last punt, as soon as I saw it, they got him trapped out of bounds like that, and I said he's going to go. He's going to go. And like Bart Scott said, why wouldn't you, if you're kicking it left, why wouldn't you take some people to the right? I don't know.
I would love to hear Brent Boyer, that Brent Boyer. I would love to hear. Did he have a press conference? Did he say anything about it?
I didn't see it.
Yeah. I didn't watch anything, Kev. I'll be honest with you. I was numb.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a way to lose, but
because even before they punted the ball, I was thinking in my head, we're going to go into overtime, and this game is going to end in a tie. This wouldn't be shitting the bed. This would be more like peeing the bed. And that's how I thought the game was going to end. And it didn't even end that way. It ended on a kick return, which was the first one this year for any team, if I heard the stat right.
Of course.
Yeah, against us.
Of course. Yeah, and the game winner. Of course.
Yeah. And this is how desperate of a fan base we are, and that includes probably you and I. I'm not going to exclude us. We're looking at it. Oh, the kid who did the coin flip had us losing this week. So now all of a sudden we're putting all our eggs in the coin flip guy because he said in his coin flips we would lose this week, lose next week, but then win 5 in a row, lose to Miami, make the playoffs, but lose in the AFC. This is what Jet fans are looking at, the coin flip kid, whoever that kid is, guy is, whatever. This is what we're hanging our hats on, that the coin flip guy is right, and we're going to lose in the AFC Championship.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. With this quarterback?
I'm just no, you're right. But this is what I'm telling you. We're so starved for something, we're hoping the coin flip guy is right. And I don't want him.
You know what I'm anticipating as a Jet fan next week?
Yeah, what?
Justin Fields saying, "Hey, you should have picked me."
Yeah, and that's going to be the talk all week on some of these shows. I thought I was going to enjoy. I'm still going to enjoy it, but I really thought and this is where I'm stupid. I should go with what I know and speak part of what I know. I really thought, my God, we're going to enjoy a Thanksgiving week in first. We're going to be the talk of the effing town.
Not so fast.
Yeah. And then just like Jet Law, we couldn't even get a Buffalo law so that we're in third place. No, we're back to the bottom with and I get it. Oh, I get it. This is the first time I think, and I don't know, in history that all 4 teams in the division is 2 games above 500. Blah, 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 blah. So what? We're 2 games over 500. We can't beat the Pats, who don't have. Yes, they have a great defense. Their defense might even be on par with us, but there's no way that offense was anywhere near us. And Mac Jones did what he did a million times better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, well, he actually got the ball to the receivers.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear how, the kid makes this wonder iron, blah, blah, blah. Like you said in our little friend group on Twitter. He thinks he's Mahomes and he's not.
No, can't even sniff his strap.
I don't want to see the one great play falling down for 60 yards. I want to see consistency. And I'm not a Mac Jones guy. I don't think much of him. But in a game where the weather was against them, the Patriots called the best game plan they could.
And you made no adjustments.
Yeah.
You know, and when you hear
they
your
made
head,
no offense adjustments, Kevin. The
right,
defense was
right.
lights out.
No, listen, we're leaving the defense out of this.
Yeah. That offense, every time Michael Carter or Robinson or Tevin Johnson, it was right up the middle. There was no trickery, no imagination on a cold day. On a cold day. I played football in this weather with a bunch of guys, 11 on 11, and you couldn't throw the ball your hand. So you did little fun stuff. And I understand it's a different league. I'm not comparing Little League to what these guys are, but something to set that defense back.
Have we ever thrown a flea flicker? Have we ever even tried one?
Not this year, not under this regime.
I mean, it's something. Can you do something?
Yeah.
I mean, you got all these guys stacked in the box. They're playing the run. That's the time to do it.
Yeah. And you know what, Kevin? I'm blaming the O-line across the board. There's no way, because Feeney was in, that one guy and we were this bad the whole day.
No.
One guy should not make the whole team look that bad.
No.
6 quarterback sacks.
6.
9 completions. 10 punts. How many first downs did we finish with? Do you know?
I don't know. Good question. I mean, like it matters.
I'm just curious because this was ugly upon ugly. There was, other than the defense again, there's nothing to even say. Nothing to even say.
No. Seeing if I can pull it up here.
I mean, at least Salah admitted the truth. He said about the offense performance in the second half, and these are his words, dog shit. Yeah, he's right.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, dog shit.
Okay. Well,
quote to Rich Samini. Here. Salah on the second half offense. It was dog shit.
Starts with your QB. And they asked him, did you ever think of putting White in? No.
That's only because the game was 3-3, Kev. They figured this is all. You know what? They have
right.
This.
But this kid. This was not his day. You sit him down.
And you know what, Kevin? I understand.
You needed one drive. You needed one drive.
Yeah.
One. That's all you needed, and you were winning the game.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna give because I didn't watch anything. I'm just gonna and listen. I know we all think we know better than the beat writers and the reporters and the this and the that, but this is why we sit here and they're doing what they're doing. Here's Jeffrey Schwartz. All right. The Jets need to upgrade quarterback in the offseason. Roster is good. Quarterback is killing them.
He stinks.
Yeah. Here's Zach Rosenblatt. You know, the Jets are about to lose in absolute terrible fashion. An embarrassing end to a game that the Jets would have won if they had a capable quarterback.
Yeah.
Not a good quarterback, not a capable one.
Yeah. Yes. I said that. I kept typing that to you the whole game.
No, I know. Here, Greenberg, who everyone hates, who thinks he's a phony Jet fan, but he's right. He's right, you know? Zach Wilson is about to lose this fan base. Fan base, if you're not pissed and starting to turn on this kid, then you don't know what you're watching.
Listen, I've been watching football for 50 years, if not longer.
Yeah.
This kid, forget it.
And please, I don't want it.
When you're the second pick in the draft, You're supposed to, on a day like this, you're supposed to carry your team. You're supposed to drive your team down the field and make a play.
Yeah.
That's why you were picked number 2.
And I don't want to hear, and listen, this is another thing Jet fans are going to probably try to hang their hat on and say we were robbed. I don't want to hear anything about the block in the back on the punt return in the final 19 seconds. It never should have came to that. 1, it never should have came there because we should have stopped them. And 2, can we put some points on the goddamn board when you got Huzama and Conklin? Huzama didn't see a pass today. Why did we sign him in free agency if we're not going to use these weapons right?
He's got nice teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like good a reason as any, right?
Yeah. Here's the second comment. It's a little meme, Jet fans trying to show the rumps that they hit the guy in the block in the back. You know what? We can't always look for excuses. We have to start playing the game.
Well, I mean, at one point they missed the hands to the face on Wilson too. One of the Patriot defenders hit him right in the face with his hand, and there was no flag. Where if we had done that, you would have came out and would have been a 15-yard unsportsmanlike,
Yeah, here's another one. Solid ribs, dog shit offense. You know what, Kevin? I get all that. And listen, I'm the first to hop on the refs because it seems to always happen against the Pats. But you know what? We lost to this team twice this year.
Mm-hmm.
Where that if we had, and you could insert whatever name you want at quarterback, it doesn't even have to be a former Jet quarterback, we would have won those games.
If you had Cooper Rush today, you think you would have won?
Yeah.
Of course you would have. Of course.
As inaccurate as this kid.
Right. If you had Heineke today, you think you would have won?
You might have won with Daniel Jones.
Yeah, of course.
I don't get it. I just don't get this team. Whenever the lights are the brightest, and again, we're excluding the defense. The defense is fucking top notch.
No. They're not even in the conversation.
That's what I'm saying. That defense is probably top 3 in this fucking league.
And if
I'm a defensive player today, I'm pulling out my hair.
I'm pissed.
I'm pulling out my hair.
I'm pissed. Absolutely. And then especially when I hear my quarterback says he doesn't think he let the defense down today.
Tell me something. Do you have in front of you? I think with just an educational guess, the Pats had 300 yards of offense to our 100, I think.
Yeah, we had like 109 or something. Yeah. At 104, something like that.
Had close to 300.
Might have been 103.
Yeah, and the Pats I think had close to 300, if not 300.
Nah. That's the one difference between Darnold and this kid.
Yeah.
When he played like crap, he came out and said, I played like crap.
Yeah.
This is on me. This is on me. This is my fault. I lost the game. I feel bad for the defense. They deserve better. He used to say stuff like that.
Kevin, he always took the blame, Kev. He always took the blame. And yeah, he's not the quarterback. He sucked, whatever. But he always was a stand-up person,
Right.
But whatever. I'm not going to talk about a quarterback that was here 3 years ago.
No, but it's just it's I make the comparison. You got to go. It's like anything. You have a control that you go against when you're looking at something else. Yeah. Well, dude, you either need to grow up. Like, wasn't there a sportscaster somewhere on TV that said he needs to grow the F up?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And Damian Woody came out today and said he's not the guy.
No, of course. Of course he's not.
Yeah.
You don't throw for 77 yards in a 60 minutes and be the guy. Come on.
Yeah. See,
you don't complete 9 of 22 passes and claim you're the guy.
Yeah.
I
would have had more respect, Kevin. I would have had more respect if he got up to the podium and said, you know what? To a man, put this on my shoulders. Don't blame special teams. Please, the defense did everything they can. This is on me. If I don't get better, this team will not go where we want it to go, where this fan base wants us to go. Blame it on me. But he didn't.
Whenever it falls on him to step up, he can't.
No.
He can't.
No. And Kevin, let me ask you a question. Let's say next Sunday, we pummel the Bears, a team we should at 3-8, who lost to the Falcons today.
At home, you would think, right?
Yeah, right. And the Falcons beat them because it was a game that the Falcons needed to stay in the hunt. Just like next week, we're going to need this game to really stay in this hunt, okay? Mm-hmm. But if we beat them, am I supposed to forget the shit I saw from my quarterback last week?
No. I'll tell you right now, if we do beat them, it won't be because of the QB.
No, Kevin, this has got to be like the 86 Bears. We're going to win games because our defense is going to get turnovers. And you know what, Kevin? The one turnover we got in the second or third play of the game, excuse me, the fucking umps found a way to say it was incomplete. When everyone, the two knuckleheads in the booth, Harlan and Green, and they even asked the officiant, yeah, they all three of them, we made a football move,
Yeah, of course he did.
Made a football move. But nobody saw a football move because what? We were in favor of getting the ball on the 1 yard line?
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I didn't even see the head coach get mad about that. I saw no reaction. Maybe I missed it, but there was no arguing with the refs or nothing.
I think he asked the ref a question. Maybe he wanted to challenge it, but the ref must have told him you can't challenge an incomplete pass, blah, blah, blah. It can't be a fumble if there was an incomplete pass, blah, blah, blah. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Kind of like every time I think I know this game, I see something that just totally shocks the crap out of me.
And I mean, I'm sure that I'm going to have people. There's still going to be Zach fans.
Yeah, I know.
How can you watch what you watched? And is it this team? Is it the Patriots that gets inside this?
Well, that's definitely it. Because, and listen, you don't play the game on paper, but this offense should never. And I understand they got a great defense, Kim. I'm not taking anything away from the Pats' defense. Can you name the Patriots wide receiver?
Mm-mm.
Can you name their tight end?
You had chances to make plays. You had guys wide open. You threw it over their head or at their feet. You had chances to make plays.
I know.
The drive before the end of the first half, you threw it over Conklin's head.
Yeah.
He was wide open for the first down. You threw it over his head. And you got 2 potential picks dropped. So imagine what
yeah.
been in.
Yeah. You should thank your lucky stars that they don't catch those picks. Because if that was a warm September day, they're catching those 2 fucking picks.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
One was on our side of the field.
Yeah. And Kevin, I'm more of a fan than you are of his. Zach showed me nothing today. In a game that meant the world, I'm sorry, other than winning a Super Bowl, this was the monkey off your back, not only for the Jets organization, but for this fan base who's been with this team for 10 or more years. But not even say 10 or more years, 14 now, 14 more years. We have not beat the Patriots 14 years in a row in their building.
You could be a fan this much of this kid, and that's more than I am.
Yeah. I can't argue with you.
He does absolutely nothing for me.
Because every time he corrects a grievance, he makes another one. So yeah, against Buffalo, he threw the ball away and he didn't throw stupid interceptions. But then today, he didn't want to run. Was he afraid to get hit?
They catch those 2 picks. You played the same game you played 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, the exact same game.
Mm-hmm.
And he made those nice runs against Buffalo. Today, I felt like he didn't want to get hit, like he was afraid to run today.
It's cold today.
Yeah. He said he was According to Trent Green, Green interviewed him, said he's used to playing in the cold.
Oh, all right.
BYU was
Yeah,
pretty
well,
cold
yeah,
up there, right?
we could see how you're used to it.
Yeah.
We should
Wasn't
see.
used to it at all. And it's
I mean,
true. There were a
you-
couple of close-ups in him before the ball was snapped, and he looked scared, and he looked nervous, and he
deer
looked
in the
worried.
headlights.
Yeah, and that's not the look you want for your leader, your quarterback.
Not in his second year, mid-season. No way.
No.
You're past mid-season.
Yeah. Yeah, you're no longer a rookie, kid. And we're going to have to live with him the rest of this year and next year.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I'm with those guys. Whoever it was you read, you got to look for a quarterback in the offseason.
Yeah, but who? But what?
Get a free agent. Get something. There's something because this kid ain't the answer. I'm telling you, he ain't the answer.
And I don't care what anyone says.
He still looks lost.
Yeah.
He looks lost.
But you know what, Kevin? This stigma that the Patriots have over us is now affecting our offensive coordinator and the way he called today's game. If you went out there at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. this morning, you arrived at the field and you saw the winds and you felt the winds and you looked around and said, all right, this side of the stadium, we're better to throw on this side. This side of the thing, then you have to go and get your offensive group together and say, we're going to try some trickery. We're going to try
details.
Yeah. Yep. Instead, every handoff was try to get a hole up the middle. Our O-line, whether you want to say they sucked today and they did, was not opening up a hole against that defense. Try something different. A flea flicker, a pitch out, a short little screen, blah, blah, something. We ran an 8th grade intramural offense today.
Yeah, it was the same plays over and over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what Cologne was like. We're sitting here watching this. They don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, we're seeing what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, did you call that type of game because you didn't want to let the quarterback be who he is, or?
Well, Kevin, if
you were, I mean, look, you let him throw down the field, he throws it over their heads, and
Kevin,
almost 2 picks.
The one nice play he had all day, the one nice play all game was when they finally opened it up and threw the bomb to Mims for 34 yards.
Well, I mean, you got to hit one once in a while, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But who knows? You're right, Kevin. You have to one, but yet we've been saying that about the Patriots. We got to beat them once in a while, right? Yeah. And here we are now, 14 straight in their building and 14 straight over the last 7 years.
There is a needle in every haystack.
I just want to pull my fucking hair out. Tell me out there, whoever comments, who likes our show, please like and subscribe. But tell me what I'm missing. Yeah, I'm old-fashioned in my ways of thinking, but tell me what I'm missing. This team does this to us constantly. It doesn't matter who's behind them.
You're not missing nothing. You're seeing it all.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know what, Kevin? I said it yesterday to you and our special guest yesterday. I said this game has the makings of the Miami Dolphin game with the fake spike.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And yeah, it wasn't a fake spike, but it was a fucking special teams bullshit that we couldn't. Oh,
I know. Listen.
And so, Kevin, I'm supposed to be shocked if this fucking team loses every game?
No.
Why should I be shocked? They haven't shown me anything.
Well,
let me tell you, I don't want to hear it. Even if the Vikings lose tonight and we win next Sunday and we're 8 and whatever and they're 9 and what, we should not be flexed into prime time because we don't deserve a prime time game.
No,
prime time is for winners.
Listen, no, prime time is for people that at least score points.
Prime time is for winners.
Can you score some points? Nah. Why would you want to do that?
I guess let me ask you a question. I guess the only saving grace going into the Bears game is that if the Vikings could beat them on Thanksgiving night, because it's one more game they play, they fall mathematically into last place, and we go back to third. This is what we look forward to as Jeff fans.
Yeah. Always looking for help. Always looking for help.
Instead of sitting here going, Kevin, even with the elements, as bad as they were, Zach and this team found a way to win. Or I'll give you one better. Kevin, as bad as the elements were, Zach put the team on his back like all those other good quarterbacks do. And he led us in hostile environment to a team that's been thorns in our side for 14 years, and he led us to a victory. And this is why we're in first tonight. No, I can't say that.
I could probably name, I don't know how many QBs that if they were our QB today, we would have won this game. And I'm not talking about top-notch guys either. I mean, middle of the road, serviceable. Look, Cooper Rush.
Well,
like I said, you got him and you win the game.
Yeah, that was the one word I forgot to report his name. Who said serviceable, right?
Yeah, I think Mike White wins this game. Honestly.
Yeah.
And you know how many times I got to look at Strevler standing on the sideline in the pregame warmups, and you never use him.
Was he in uniform today? Was he active?
He wasn't on the inactive list.
Yeah, all right. You know more than me with that stuff, but I know Flock was inactive today. I thought they were only going with two quarterbacks, but you might be right.
I saw him. I was watching the pregame warmups, and I saw him, White, and Zach standing there talking. And there were three of them were on the field. So,
yeah. Zach Wilson quote, "It sucks to lose, but we have a lot of season left."
Yeah, sucks to lose. Not my fault though.
Yeah, you see now here
we didn't let the defense down.
I hear some other Jeff fans. Oh, it sucks for us to lose, but the season's not over. I didn't say the season was over. Bigger picture, this was a monkey off our back game. We needed this game, in my mind, for morale, for respect, for finally the league acknowledging us as a good team. This is what we needed to have this game.
Hey, it's like Bart Scott said, it was all set up for you.
Yeah. You could have walked out of here tonight in first place with a favorable schedule.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Anyway,
I know, like people who go, "Hey, Strevler, what are you talking about? He couldn't even. Nobody picked him up off the practice squad. Even
I get all that.
He would have. I bet you he would have played better than this kid today.
This kid didn't even try to run anymore. There were a few opportunities for him to run.
He was,
like you said, he kept running backwards and backwards and backwards.
Yeah. On the bright side, he was our leading rusher, right?
But that's not saying much. Michael Carter finished with 13 yards, I believe, right?
No, it's a joke.
Yeah, no, it's a joke. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's not saying much when our lead rusher, I think, had 7 carries for 13 yards.
Man, do we miss Breece Hall, right?
Yeah. But let me ask you, if we have Breece Hall, do we win this game?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, you might be right. I don't know.
If you had Breece Hall, you might have won the last one, too.
Yeah, you might be right. Well,
because I don't care. As nice as Michael Carter and Robinson, they're not him.
No, I agree. But you see, Kevin, here we go again. Here we go again as a Jeff fan base. And listen, none of us are Nostradamus. None of us, we could all make our predictions. What happens in the next 7 weeks, we don't know. But here we are wishing for Breece Hall to come back and waiting for next year. When we've always said, and we've always heard it from every fan base, next man up, next man up, next man up, next man up. And our next man up What?
Usually stinks. Well, not stinks, but can't fill the shoes of the guy who they're trying to replace.
Or Kevin, it's like you said, you got to blame this quarterback because a good run feeds off of a good passing game. A good passing game feeds off of a good run. A smart quarterback who can make the throws.
This kid scares nobody. There's not one defensive coordinator in the NFL that stays up at night figuring how am I going to defend Zach Wilson.
No. And Belichick, once again, might put out a blueprint on how to beat a Jet quarterback. Because why shouldn't the Bears do the same next week?
Oh, yeah. Stop the run.
If they could stop
the run and make this kid beat you.
Zach is anemic because with his throws and whatever.
I mean, all we heard is what a great arm this kid had. Well, yeah. Okay, but he's got no accuracy.
Yeah. And you want to know what, Kevin? You see everything you're saying? This is what I'm saying. I would love for you to come back in 24 hours. Not you so much, your thoughts, but you're going to hear how the O-line let him down. Mims let him down. Michael Carter let him down. Everyone let him down but himself.
Scratch my ass. You're the number 2 pick in the draft. Make a play.
Again, Kevin, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just telling you, there's going to be sometime tomorrow or sometime on Tuesday, you're going to hear how the O-line let him down.
Yeah, you're right.
Let him
down.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. He doesn't
let him down.
You're right.
Because you know what, Kevin?
Yeah.
It's
everybody else's fault.
Yeah. You want to know why, Kevin? Because if you're not in your 40s or even 35 and older or 38 and older, and us too, we're hungry for a quarterback. We're hungry for a savior. We're one of the few teams that could say we could hang our hat on this quarterback for 8 years.
I just wanted a quarterback that can hit his receivers. Instead of throwing it over their heads and at their feet.
Yeah,
it's short, and you're worse on short passes.
Kevin, we're going into
how the hell do you throw a 7-yard screen or a 5-yard screen out and you throw it over their heads? I mean, I know Barrios is like only this big, but still, come on. And there was 2 guys playing off of him too. He had some room to run.
Kevin, because my son this year played high school football, I got to watch not only freshman, but I watched JV and I watched varsity. And these kids could hit the screen. The little 3-yard dump off. Follow your blockers up the middle.
How old is Zach now? 23, 22? Yeah. If I could have hit the screen at 22 years old.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, maybe I could still hit the screen.
Yeah, I don't know. And people might rip us on here, but I don't care. Rip away. I watched enough football. I know whatever I know, whether it's very little or a lot. I know what I know. And when the game is on the line now, I can't count on this kid.
I don't give a crap who you are. If you watch that game today and you don't have questions about this kid, you're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
You're kidding yourself. You're high. You're high. You're high.
Kevin, I'm going to tell you what I know and what I hear and what I see. We're so hungry for a quarterback, a franchise quarterback, that we're willing to fucking let this kid suck the life out of us. You tell me something. You tell me I'm crazy. Is this kid right now any better than Sam Darnold his first and second year here?
No.
I don't think so either. Now, you can call me a Sam Darnold lover. I was ripped on social media for sticking up for Sam, even when he wasn't here. That's fine. I just see what I see. And I'm worried now. Because this was a game. There cannot be I know I said it last week, Kevin. As fans, we flip because that's what fans do. 1 week we love you, 1 week we hate you. But there cannot be a Jet fan out there who feels good about Zach Wilson going forward. I'm sorry.
If that's what I just said, and if you are, you're either full of shit.
I know you said it. I know,
you're full of shit, or you're high.
Or you just don't know football, and you want everyone to think you know what you're
Right.
talking about. I don't know, Kevin.
Right.
And on that, we've been talking for an hour about this. We could go on for days. The story, the script doesn't change. When the lights are the brightest and the game is on the line, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's on this team, who's the coach, who's the owner. This team will find a way to shit the bed.
And kick you right in the nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, Jet fans, and I'll say it again. Is it nice? Yes, we're 6-4. We're still alive. No one cares about the draft. But this, to me, I understand some people don't think, oh, there's no must-win games. A must-win game is fighting to get into the playoffs. Or a must-win game is when you're in the playoffs and you need a win. As an organization, as a whole, for the last 14 years, this was a must-win game. And if you don't think so, you're crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Totally agree.
This was a must-win game. This was a must-win confidence booster game.
A huge opportunity wasted.
Yep.
Nothing else to say.
Yep.
Like I said.
Meanwhile, you get teams, they could play in the cold. Detroit plays in a dome, came here to the Meadowlands today and whipped the Giants.
Took it to the Giants, right?
Yeah, so I don't want to hear about the weather. These are grown men. I don't want to hear about the weather.
Listen, they played in the same weather.
I know. I'm done for tonight, Kev. Everyone out there, have a happy Thanksgiving. Try to enjoy it.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yep. We'll be back on Friday to talk about the Bears.
And we'll tee it up again next Sunday.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody out there who subscribes, who watches, who likes. Please keep doing it. Please spread the word. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Have a good night. Yep. Get up. Talk to you later.